uncontrollably. Started drinking when he was about 16 or 17. He would drink until he would pass out, and then when he'd come to, he'd drink some more. It was a sad life. And lived in a small community, and everybody knew everybody, and quite often somebody would see him passed out on the gutter or in a ditch somewhere, and because he was so small, they'd pick him up and bring him to the house. I lived with Grandpa a lot, and we'd hear a car pull up. Grandpa lived on a curve of the road, and we'd hear the car stop, and then we'd hear a door slam, and we pretty well knew that somebody had pushed Uncle Horace out on the grass beside the highway. We'd go out, and Grandpa would pick him up in his arms and bring him in, and there was a big cot in the front porch, a screened-in area, and Grandpa would begin to clean him up, and oftentimes he would have lost control of his bodily functions, and he'd be messed up from his own vomit and his own excretions. I've seen Grandpa cry and say, "God, save my boy. God, change his life," and just cry. One day, Grandpa was cleaning up Uncle Horace, and Mr. Hill lived down the road a couple of miles or so, and he stopped by, saw Grandpa. He said, "Mr. Cooper, why don't you just leave Horace out there by the highway?" He said, "Leave him out there. Maybe a car hit him, or maybe it'll rain him or something, teach him a lesson." Man, Grandpa raised up and looked him straight in the face, and he said, "I'll never do that." He said, "This is my son, and as long as I can get to him, I'm going to keep taking care of him." How many of us, if God gave to us what we deserved, we wouldn't have a chance? But through His love, through His mercy, through His grace, I'm glad of what this song said. Oh, I didn't write, but I thought of it.